Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tea Time Crochet. Today we're going to be making this beanie. It is a very basic beanie that you could do all kinds of different stuff with it. So it's just your basic double crochet, and then I did single crochet for the band down here. I'll go over each step. You can also make it in different colors. On this one I did 2 rows of this like raspberry color and then 2 rows of this gray, and then I did the same band. It's the same hat, it's just done in different colors, and this sparkly yarn is a different type of yarn than what I used here. So I have a couple different ones that are done in this design. This is another one that I have done. It's just alternating every other row with this really pretty chocolate brown and then this variegated like camel color. But it's the same exact pattern, so it shows that you could do a lot of different styles with it. And each hat will look completely different. So before I start the tutorial, I want to go over this chart a little bit with you. I will talk a little bit about it during the tutorial, but I just typed in hat size charts into Google on the internet, and you'll have a ton of different kinds that pop up. But I wanted to show this specific one because it has the hat crown diameter, and this is what's going to help you determine the size of your hat. The diameter is what's going to tell you when you need to stop increasing. So for mine, since I've made the same hat pattern for years, I know that anywhere from 6 to 6.75 will fit my head, and that's the diameter. You'll get the crown part, and then you'll measure across it, and that'll tell you what your diameter is. So this actual pattern or this chart right here goes all the way from preemie all the way up to adult min, which is really nice, and it gives the head circumference, the hat circumference, the hat height, and the hat crown diameter. So if you just type hat size chart into Google and try and find something that's similar to this, and then just copy and paste it and print it off, it's a really good tool to have. So I'll get to the tutorial now. Okay, the things that you'll need are some yarn. I'm using this, I love this yarn, and it's a metallic, and it is a number 4 worsted weight yarn. Any worsted weight yarn will work. You're going to need a crochet hook that goes with your yarn. Normally a number 4 worsted weight yarn will call for a 5.5 millimeter. I'm going to be using a 5 millimeter crochet hook because I know with my tension I need to use this already, but I would suggest you just use whatever hook that your yarn suggests. And on your yarn it will have this little panel that tells you what size hook you need. So just check your yarn label and it should say. And you're also going to need some scissors, a yarn needle with a large eye, and then a measuring tape. I just have this retractable one. And then also it would be best if you go online, just Google head size charts for crochet and find one of these little charts. One like this is the best because it'll give you the hat diameter of the crown that you need. So this will tell you how wide across the top of your hat needs to be before you stop increasing. So for me, it's going to be, I have a 22-inch head, so I'm kind of in the teen to adult women's section. So I know my hat crown needs to be anywhere from 6.5 to 6.75. So I just Googled crochet hat size charts, and it brought up a ton of them, and I just chose the one that I wanted that had the hat crown diameter, and then I just copied and pasted it and printed it off. So that's what that looks like. Now to start off, you're going to need to do a slip knot and then chain 3, and then we're going to join to this first stitch right here with a slip stitch, and that will give you your ring that you need to work into. Okay, so you're going to need to put, so to start off with, you can either chain 3, or you can do an alternative double crochet, which is what I'm going to do, which is a single crochet, chain 1. And I do that because it kind of minimizes the seam that's in the back of the hat. It's not as visible as doing a chain 3 would be. So now we're going to do 11 more double crochets into the ring. So for a double crochet, we're going to yarn over, go into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and that's a double crochet. So we're going to continue until we have a total of 12, including this first either chain 3 or alternative double crochet. So I'll do a couple more with you. So I'll meet back with you when I have my 12. Okay, I have my 12. It's always wise to go back and count them, and I've already done that. I have 12. So I am going to slip stitch into this chain 1 of this first stitch. If you're chaining 3, it will be the third chain of your chain 3, and we're just going to slip stitch into that. From now on, I'm not going to explain the first stitch. You know, it'll either be your chain 3 or your alternative double crochet. I'm just going to say double crochet or chain 3. So into this first stitch, I'm going to do my alternative double crochet or your chain 3, and I'm going to put another double crochet into that stitch. So I have 2 into that first stitch. And in every stitch around, I'm going to be putting 2 double crochets. So into the next stitch, I'm going to do a double crochet, and then I'm going to put another one. So that's 2 double crochet in each stitch around. And then I will meet up with you when I get that done. Okay, I have all of my double crochets, and I'm going to slip stitch to the top of this chain 3, and that is the complete round 2. So for round 3, I'm going to do my alternative double crochet, and then I'm going to put 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and then I'm going to put 1 in the next, and then 2 in the next stitch, and that is our repeat for this round. So it's 1 and then an increase, which is 2 double crochets, and then 1 and then an increase, and we're going to repeat that all the way around that till we get back to the beginning. So I will go ahead and do that, and I'll come back. I've made it back all the way around, so I'm going to slip stitch into the top of this first stitch right here. So once your piece starts getting a little bit bigger, you're going to want to try it. You want to check your chart and figure out which size hat you're making. So I know I'm going to be making an adult women's hat, or a teen to adult women's hat. So I know that my piece needs to be at least 6.5 to 6.75 inches. And how you measure that is you have your measuring tape and you just measure from one side to the other. So I know I'm not there yet, but if you were making like a baby or a child size hat, let's see. So right now, if I wanted to stop, I could have a newborn size hat. So that's how you measure the diameter of your crown, is you just measure it straight across and go by your chart and find out how big you need it to be. So I know I need to keep going. So for round 4, you're going to chain 3 or do your alternative double crochet, and then we're going to put 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 into the next. So we're slowly increasing the hat as we go along. Okay, so the repeat is 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochet. So into the next stitch is 1 double crochet, and then the next stitch is 1 double crochet, and then an increase in the next stitch. And I'm going to repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet up with you when I get back to the end. Okay, I've made it to the end of this round, so we're going to join with a slip stitch. And that's what it looks like so far. So we have done 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, and we're on to round 5. So chain 3 or do your alternative double crochet, and then we're going to double crochet into the next stitch, and then double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 double crochet into the next. So that's 1 double into the next, 1 double crochet into the next, and 1 double crochet into the next, and then 2 double crochets into the next. And that is our repeat for this round. So it's 3 double crochets in a row and then an increase. So I'll finish up this round and meet back with you at the end. Okay, I finished that round, so I'm going to slip stitch into the top of this chain 3. So that is how far we've gone now. We've done 5 rows, so I'm going to check it again. And I know that that will fit me, so I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. And then the next rounds, we are just going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and we're going to do that until we get the height that we need for our hat. So your chart will tell you the height that you need. So it'll say hat height, and it'll give you the number of inches that you need. So for mine, I know that I need roughly around 9 inches. So I'm going to keep crocheting until I get that length. So for this first stitch, I'm going to put my alternative double crochet in it, and then I'm going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So I'm going to keep doing that until I get the hat the length that I need it to be. I will give you that number after I'm done. Your number may be different. It just depends on what size that you're doing and how you like to have your hat. You can take this basic pattern and do pretty much all different kinds of hats with it. And I'll have future tutorials showing you different styles that we can do with this hat. Also, if you would like to have it be more of a slouchy type of hat, you just need to keep increasing until it's probably 1 size more, 1 or 2 sizes more than what your head circumference is. So if I wanted to make it a slouchy hat, and I know that my diameter is pretty much between 6 and 6.75 inches. Now, if I wanted to make it a slouchy hat, I would probably go up another size or maybe 2 sizes. So it just depends on how you want your hat to be. But for me, I want this one to be a fitted hat, so I'm just gonna keep putting 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and then I'll catch up with you when I'm at the length that I need it to be. Okay, I have finished 12 rows, and that puts it just slightly above my ear because I want to do some rows of single crochet for the band. So I went ahead and joined right here. And I'm just going to do a single crochet into this first stitch, and then I'm just gonna put a stitch marker in that stitch right there that I just did, because the single crochets we're gonna do it in a continual spiral. That way there's no join, and it's just a little bit easier that way. So I'm going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch around. So I'm just going to continue on with this, and then I will meet up with you when I get back to the beginning. Okay, I have made it back to the beginning here, and instead of joining here, I'm just going to put a single crochet in there, and then I'm just going to continue on. And I'm going to keep doing that until I get this the length that I want it. And that's probably going to be 5 or 6 rows. So if you're doing this part, if you're doing the single crochet band, then just keep going until you get at the length that you want. Mine will probably be 5 or 6 rows. So if you're not going to do this, you probably would want to do a couple more rows of double crochet and then fasten off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll meet up with you when I have completed all my rows. I completed a total of 5 rows. So in order to fasten off, since we did this in a spiral, I'm going to slip stitch into this next stitch. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch after that. And then I'm going to fasten off. And what that did is it kind of evened this out, so it's not one side's not higher than the other. So this is the completed hat. They're really nice, and they're really adjustable to any size, which is really nice. So you could do it from baby all the way up to a large adult head. And like I said earlier, you could do many different designs. This is just a basic one, so I just did basic double crochet and then a single crochet band. You could have done double crochet all the way down. I'll have future tutorials of different hats that I make out of this one basic pattern. So I want to thank everybody for watching and have a great day.